I don't think that NEACE ever started off as who he truly seems to be. I think he was always the same narcissistic liar. But it just never proved until he actually started failing on Korea and blaming his teammates and raging on his viewers, and that's when he really got exposed and ended his career. Okay, I'm going to go over the history of NEACE and how he became the coach he is today. Many people think that NEACE used to be a good coach and that his climb in Korea is really what screwed him up. I'm here to dismantle some of those myths and look at videos that he posted days ago to videos he posted months and even years ago, as well as things like Reddit posts and just what he said in the past to prove that he has been building his channel and building his coaching success off of lies. He has always been toxic, and in many ways he's just exposing who he is for the first time because he has never really tried to climb when he was coaching, and people never even really tried to call him out on it until recently. And when he got called out, his channel just crumbled, and he's 1/10 the viewers he used to be now on YouTube. Okay, and the first thing I want to talk about here is a quick synopsis of how NEACE got to be a coach. So he was in the army. After he left the army, he started playing League of Legends and working on coaching for many, many years. He was pretty much a freeloader for some time, making very little money, and even living, I think, in his in-laws' house. But eventually, he started up his coaching business and started to slowly make money and grow into what he is today. Now, that's all fine and dandy, but I'm here to prove that he actually built this 10-year-long slog of hard financial times off of lies. And at some point, he decided just to lie and verbally abuse his clients and try to make content at the detriment of others. But I want to show you that NEACE's controversy is not exclusive to League of Legends. He also has played Fortnite in the past, been an aspiring Fortnite pro, but very mediocre placings and performance. So he ended up getting really mad at Ninja one time when Ninja reacted to him, and he pretty much went ballistic at Ninja, saying that they were friends and that he didn't completely like suck NEACE's dick and congratulate him and give a shout out to him on stream. NEACE really just wanted Ninja to literally go out of his way to shout him out when he was watching a clip of him on stream. And when Ninja didn't do that, NEACE tweeted multiple tweets calling Ninja out, calling him a bad friend, calling him a horrible person, saying with all the confirmation he needs to know that Ninja is a terrible person. And Ninja's wife actually calls him out. She says, "You are one of the few people in the community we invited to our wedding. You unfollowed us after your drama with Keemstar." So this is when he insulted Keemstar and sweared at him. "You asked us for a job. We let you stay in our room at events so you could attend for free, and you talk shit about Tyler being a skilled player. Stop." Tyler sat there and decided to not dare air dirty laundry and tarnish your name, doing a great moment for you. But now you're going to go on Twitter and tell one BS side of the story. You have been a backstabbing friend, and Tyler has no obligation to stroke your ego on stream. So obviously Tyler is Ninja. That's his real name, but yeah, this is just proof that NEACE is again narcissistic and was trying to clout chase people. He was trying to clout right off of Ninja, and he does nowadays too. He talks about how he's coached Ninja. I guess they may have got on a little bit better terms, but NEACE has really just been a horrible friend, and this is proof of quite a few years ago into 2018 that even when he's not playing League of Legends, he still has a toxic side to him, and he still wants to clout ride people to get bigger, and he really does not have any capability to feel empathy or understand other people's side of the story. Yeah, but obviously he has other League of Legends focused stuff too that I'm going to talk about. So this is a Reddit Ask Me Anything that NEACE has used many times to say that he was actually high elo. This is what he used as proof that he was high elo. "I am NEACE, 30 years old, full-time partner Twitch streamer, and a signed creator." So pretty much is that. He says, "I'm stuck in high elo hell, ask me anything." And so obviously he plays a lot of the champions that he still plays today. Some of these he's played in his career climb, including things like Trendemir. He's put a little bit of Nidalee, which he sucks at, clearly. And he claims to be a multi-season challenger here too. But that's just not true at this time. So he only hit challenger ever in LAN. And he has a fake NA challenger, of course. And this is it right here. It's proof he was fake, and he continues to lie about it and say it's not fake. But it was. Everyone knows that. You can look at the data from this like one website that has all the data from the leaderboard, and it shows he was never challenger. So that's the first lie he built his channel off of. And so the response on this Reddit post actually seems to be very positive. No one is calling him out for his lies. I don't know why. It's probably just because people don't really care to investigate it that much, and he did put some like GM-ish accounts up here too. This is his Death by Cards one, the one that he faked challenger on. But it's a very positive response, very different from what you see today. And I think in many ways that this is because NEACE has evolved in some ways. Even though he built his channel off of lies and started scamming, he has gotten a lot worse. And I'm going to go prove how NEACE has changed next. So, this is a video he made only 11 months ago, about like half a year before his career climb. He says, my team. He's like, you know, just making fun of his client, which he loves to do. It's one of his favorite things, make fun of clients, for saying that his team is at fault. Now let's look at some of NEACE's content now. So NEACE's content now is stuff like, this ladder is a joke, I'm not happy, you're only suffering because of Smurf, no Smurf Q, etc., blaming Riot Games matchmaking and other stuff like that. Using Rick Tally claims, and he's really coping, so it's interesting that he has switched up this much. Like, he built his channel as a no-excuse coach. In NEACE's description, he literally says, no bullshit gamer, or something like that. But he is now the bullshit gamer, I guess you could say. The other thing he made is, I'm so sick of this mentality. This is talking about Chase Shaco, talking about how his champion is weak. Because he only plays Shaco, he built his entire channel off of Shaco, so I can pretty much only play Shaco. And I think that, yeah, you can call out Chase Shaco a little bit for this, but he actually does have some points about his champion being a little bit weak. And NEACE, you call your champions weak, you always talk about how like Jax, OP, and other champions are like so OP compared to your champions, and that's like all you needed to climb. I don't think it's very fair for you to make this and then switch to the content you make today. NEACE also had a lot of toxic attitudes towards his clients that people didn't really seem to catch on to until now, but he would literally base off most of his videos off of people like trying to blame him, and this just shows his ego, right? Like, this guy, like, none of these people actually ever try to really blame NEACE. They try to work with them the whole time, and they die, and then are like, oh, why did you tell me to do that, or stuff like that, and then he just says, goes ballistic on them, pretty much, and makes a full video trying to harass them. I don't even know, like, if I bought NEACE's coaching as a low elo player, and then I had him upload a video with hundreds of thousands of views, flaming me and making me seem like a bad person, I just want to quit League on the spot. This is actually, like, the main way he was toxic, but NEACE couldn't have been exposed fully until he started his climb. And this is just another example of him saying his students are like lost causes and losing hope, and insulting low elo players who he claims to be so nice to. But he also has a history of insulting viewers nowadays too. And so this is an example of a video he made called "These Are the Worst Type of Viewers," and no one on his channel is agreeing with him. Like, look at these comments; they're getting half as many likes as NEACE's video himself. You can see NEACE slowly losing his mind. So he is getting so upset at these comments. Like, the thumbnail says, people are telling him to build like Duskblade, and that's what he's getting so upset about. And then this is the first thing he plays. So literally, minute 0. This is what he sees as the most important thing to call out. It's people suggesting him to play other champions besides Hecarim. He thinks that that is ban-worthy in his chat, by the way, if you suggest other champions. That just shows his ego, right? Like, he went from getting mad at clients who insult his ego, supposedly, to now getting mad at his viewers who supposedly insult his ego. And this is just an example of his narcissism. He has unchecked narcissistic personality disorder, and it's been prevalent forever. And he may have even convinced himself into he was Challenger. He started, obviously, the fake lie, like, around here, and that's when his channel started to take off. But I think his narcissism actually convinced him he hit Challenger. I mean, clearly he didn't, right? There's, like, pretty much empirical evidence he just didn't. But his narcissism literally could have convinced him that he hit Challenger, and I think he actually needs mental help. And this is him, his narcissism makes him think he's above his clients, and this is something I wanted to show. This is, like, one of the most insane things I have ever seen NEACE make. He made a video called, "It's Always Your Fault." Now, he is coaching in this video, and he's saying it's always your fault. And I can see some of my viewers in the comments here. Yeah, some of my viewers, obviously. So I'm glad that you guys are watching NEACE and calling him out for his BS. But NEACE is saying it's always your fault when he's literally been only blaming Riot Games matchmaking, his champions being too weak, his teammates inting, him having quote-unquote NEACE teammates, as he's always saying it's not his fault. He's saying it's the matchmaking, his teammates, whatever. It's clearly just him coping. Like, you can't say this to clients when you're not doing it yourself. And before, people always thought, oh, he was a no-nonsense, hard-stuck, high-elo, quote-unquote coach, and he is no bullshit. He's like, really there to climb and help people. But nowadays, he's actually being exposed. I don't think that NEACE ever started off as who he truly seems to be. I think he was always the same narcissistic liar. But it was just never proved until he actually started failing on Korea and blaming his teammates and raging on his viewers, and that's when he really got exposed and ended his career. So, I mean, let me know about what you think about this coach. Was he always a scammer deep down? I think he always was. He's been lying to his viewers since day one about his challenger. He has been charging very, very high prices. Remember, he started out at $100 despite never hitting challenger besides being duo boosted. That's pretty expensive. Like, challenger coaches nowadays still charge like $20 often. That's like very, very expensive. I'm not saying that like your prices are, you can't just charge whatever price you want. You can charge whatever price you want, right? But it does show a little bit of narcissism if you're charging that high prices for coaching. And obviously, it also shows narcissism that he sees his viewers as people who are blaming their teams, but when he blames his team, it's always justified. I mean, just hop onto NEACE's stream for a minute. You'll see he just blames his team. That's literally all he does. It's all he's capable of doing. And at this point, many people think that NEACE is kind of adopting the policy, any publicity is good publicity, try to look like the villain, and maybe it will get me a couple more views, and bring up my dying channel, because there's no way that anyone with a sane mental will think going ballistic on viewers who are trying to be nice and supportive of you is something that is appropriate for a good coach. I think he's actually just adopting either any publicity is good publicity, or it's actually like a severe personality disorder that is going present right now, that we can see right now.